We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Honor Your Health. Yes, yes, yes. This is May 30th, and it's like the weekend we just had was Memorial Weekend. So we're going to get into that. But I want to introduce myself, and then I'll have my co host, my girlfriend, Kim Evans, actually introduce herself too. So I am Terrell Sally Holloman. I'm known as Coach T with the red glasses, but as you can see today, I do not have those. But I am definitely honored to be here to be your inspirational keynote speaker. I'm an author and the blood type lifestyle health coach, and I work empowering women to really heal from disease and break that troubleness of dieting so that they can get back on the road to the healthy way that God has them set. So that's what I'm about and that's what I do. So I'm going to hand it over to my girl, Coach Kim. Go ahead, girl.
Hey, it's great to see y'all today. In a sense, if you understand what I'm saying. However, I am Coach Kim. I am your Kingdom Financial Coach. I am author, I am speaker, and I am coach. And I primary coach single moms to bring healing to their finances in order to create generational wealth. Let's get free. Back over to you, Coach T.
Yeah, let's get free. And I just wanted to kind of let everybody know because, we get into our speaking and really into our topic today. But I wanted to bring you uh, to our ticker tape at the bottom. So right now it's going about DMing me about a summer sale offering that starts June 1st. So definitely reach out to me. You want to know a little bit more about that. But it's the seasonal sale for 3 sessions with me. So you can get well, you can get fit, and we can get you on that road to keep track for summertime. And then my girl, Coach Kim, has her awesome 5-day challenge, which I believe starts June 8th, but she can correct me if I'm not on point with that. But it's 5 days to get financially warmed up in reference to your finances. So we both got things going on. So just check those out, reach out to us, and we'd be glad to serve you in that capacity. So, y'all, let's get ready to talk about what we're going to talk about today. And we just really got over Memorial Weekend. It's just interesting, Coach Kim. I live in an urban area. I'm outside of the city, so to speak. And, you start hearing the grills. I started hearing those grills. People like, we went to Home Depot. One guy was getting his grill and his charcoal and his lighting fluid. He's like, this is the first time I've ever grilled. And we're like, okay, good luck, good luck. But you see so many people out, getting the food, having the family over. It's a great time to celebrate. Of course, we definitely want to remember our soldiers, in the armed forces that served their lives for us this weekend and ones that are still serving. So I want to say that first and foremost. But I want to talk about how we actually start the summer off. I feel with the Memorial Weekend, it gives people like this carte blanche. I know you've been talking, Coach Kim, about the lure, but it also lures you into this false sense of this false sense of security, right? These lies we tell ourselves, the labels that are going on. Because when we hear Memorial Day, it's like that label automatically comes. Oh, I got to get more food. Oh, I got to buy more burgers. Oh, I got to buy more this. I got to buy more that. And you invite everybody in the world over to your house. And then you're like, okay, I done ate too much. I didn't exercise. Now I'm feeling totally crappy about myself, which is not the intent, right? The intent is to really celebrate our fallen soldiers and anyone else that's in the service. And we kind of take out of context what it was supposed to be. So I want to know your thoughts about it. Speaking since you served our military, go ahead.
Okay, kind of went out a little bit, so I'm not. Anyhow. Wow, I'm thinking about as a lot of people when Memorial Day comes, it's like, all right, let's get summer ready. That's the even though technically the beginning of summer does not start until June. However, they get ready, they grill, and like you said, they buy more. I was in the store. We already had a cater for the family reunion, but it was felt that we needed to buy more, and we really didn't. I'm like, no, we do not need to keep on buying more, and a lot of that stuff on that more list was really not what you needed to eat. At least not what I needed to eat. Everybody's got a different thing going on. And I did eat some things I probably should not have ate. I'm gonna admit it. but I'm gonna quit it too. I'm not gonna continue on the rest of the months we have, the 8 weeks we have to go within the hot months. Continue eating like I did this past weekend. I'm gonna deliver myself now, okay? So yeah, so we gotta really, when we think about this summer thing, hot fun in the summertime, and part of that, we eat and we spend. So I'm gonna let you tackle the eat part. Back over to you, Coach T.
Yeah, the eat part. Yeah, well, from to be honest, I have no shame in my game. I do enjoy eating food. I'm a volume eater, so I'm very conscious and aware of the amount of food that I do consume. And, I had to really think about it. I said, why am I doing this? Is it because of the fact it's Memorial Weekend and quote unquote it is a ticket to say, hey, it's okay to go eat more, more, more? And by the time Monday came, I was like, listen, slow your roll, girl. There is no reason to get outrageous. You know exactly what to do in terms of portion control. So I would say this, as the holidays are rolling in now, quote unquote, a lot of folks want to say that Memorial Weekend is our kickoff for the summertime. I want to give you some great tips to get started. The first thing I would share with you is this: drink loads of water, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Depending on you live in the United States, some of these states are going to get blazing hot, and it's so easy to be out. Like you said, Coach Kim, you guys were out for the reunion, so you're out probably on campgrounds and grass, and people are playing games, and you just don't realize your body gets dehydrated very, very quickly. So keep water really near you and drink it as often as you can. The second thing is when we go to places where there are other people cooking food, okay, be aware of that too, because sometimes they don't cook exactly like you, and it might be different oils or different spices that don't work for your blood type. So just be conscious of that. Also, for a little tip I'd like to share with you is you can use your hand to measure stuff. We don't always have quote unquote our measuring tools in our pocketbooks, right? Which I know people that do that, okay? But you can use your hand, okay? A fist is like 3 or 4 ounces of a piece of meat. You can use your thumb to measure for like a tablespoon. You can use your finger to measure something else. I mean, you can do different things and people don't really know what you're doing. You just want to be sensitive to that because it's very easy to continue to add the weight when we're not monitoring it. We're not really aware of it. Hey, somebody comes to you again and says, hey, why don't you have another soda? Hey, why don't you have another piece of my peanut butter? Hey, you didn't try my ribs yet? And you're like, before you know it, you done ate more than what you want to eat in the first place. So we just want to be sensitive and mindful exactly what you're consuming. And I like to do this. When I'm out, I like to tell myself things like, okay, I already made the decision exactly what I'm going to eat. I'm not eating any more than that. That's all I'm going to eat at this time. If my stomach really requires more, I'm going to give myself enough time in between the meals, do some kind of activities, and then come back and enjoy and not feel beat up about it. Because so many times we eat food, right, Coach Kim? And then we're like, oh my gosh, I'm another 5 pounds. Oh my gosh, I should have never eat that. And my husband always tells me, don't do that. Indulge it, enjoy it, and be done with it and move forward, right? So those are some things I just wanted to share with everyone. Back to you.
You talked about the food. Did I overeat? Well, I probably did because it was like 3 days. I ate stuff that I normally wouldn't eat. But I didn't eat everything. I would say that. I was like, nah, I'm not going to eat that. And some things I actually had small portions of, and there's some other things that I had big portions of. And I was okay with that because I know that's not my forever place. I know that was just a temporary place. And yes, I did indulge, and then I moved on from it. And I think staying there, a lot of people get stuck staying in that place. Well, I can have this, and I can keep on having this, and I can keep. And depending where you live, some places the culture is a little bit heavier than others, and that's just different states. You find that too. You have more states that are actually active than other states. So, when it comes to exercising, like you said, were you running around, while you were out there on a picnic? And I'm going to say, the kids were running around. I wasn't running around, but I always running around. So guess what? That doesn't count for me. I'm up and down the stairs. I'm pretty active. However, we have to be mindful of what we're putting in our mouth. The lure of the barbecue smell. Man, that barbecue that smells good. Okay, or whatever that is that you haven't had in a long time. And you mentioned something. Somebody made something at the for breakfast the other day, and they used a different ingredient inside what they were making. Excuse me. And I wouldn't have chose that. So I had a little bit of it, and that was it. I knew what my limit was. I'm gonna let you go so I can grab some water. Okay.
Mhm.
Back to you, Coach T.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
gonna
No
grab some
worries.
water.
You know, yeah, I was thinking that a lot of times I feel we go by what everybody else is doing. If I see cousin Pressa over there eating her barbecue ribs and her macaroni, cheese, coleslaw, biscuit, sweet potato pie, da da da, I'm gonna go over and do the same thing, knowing it's that seafood diet. And it's really true. You see other people do it, you start falling into place, right? When that person starts leading the food chain, you're like, I'm right there doing it, and you know darn well it's not really healthy for you. So, and then you're gonna beat yourself up later. So, in order to have a good time, I would share this. Really, really think diligently. What is my end goal? What is my intention of being in a particular event? Is it to really hang out with the family, see the kids, really, enjoy people talking and laughing and hugging, or is it for me to eat everything that I see on the table here, and kind of stand there and eat everything? Because I know when I was going through my journey with getting rid of the 100 pounds, I had to change that shift. That was a paradigm shift for me. I had to move away from the tables of where all the food was. So I made it my intent to go around circulating and talking to people. I have, the water or a glass of juice or whatever it was, so that I wouldn't be at the table and all of those smells of overcoming, and then inviting you to eat it. And you know darn well it's not really the best thing for you. So I had to find ways to get around that and still have a good time. So has that ever happened to you, Coach Kim?
Well, you have people that want you again. You mentioned about trying, try this, try that. But you know what I thought about that? That comes with a price. When you think about it, when you think about those things that you don't normally eat and you eat, and then you be like, oh, that's why I'm having heartburn. That's why I'm having stomach issues right now because I ate these things that they were like coasting me on, like, come on, try this. I made this. You'd be like, those kind of things. But the power of no, I think that we have to exercise the power of no in all things that we're doing, whether we're eating, whether we're spending, because this is also a spending holiday, and we just really learn the power of no because it's beneficial to us and those around it. Because people don't want to hear that. Oh, my stomach hurt. People don't want to hear that. I mean, come on, let's keep it real. They don't want to hear that. They want to, oh yeah, that was good, and they want to keep on moving. They don't want to hear that you got any tums.
Yeah,
They don't. They want to go out and would want everybody to have a good time, and not because they ate something they probably shouldn't have ate. So, I think that there's a couple of words we can use with that, but we're gonna just say the power of no. I'm gonna be nice and say the power of no. Yeah, so that's the power. We got to use the power we have. No, there we go. Full sentence, full stop. Back over to you, Coach T.
yeah. Yeah, I like that. The power of no. And that it's so powerful, that power of no, because if you don't say no, you're always on. You see how I reversed the letters there? If you don't say no, you're always on. So your body is consuming and consuming, and the weight keeps coming on areas that you don't want, whether it's the belly, the hips, the backside, the flapping of the arms. We could talk about all areas of the body where fat is just laying around if we don't check it, if we don't say no. And then we have other health issues that pop up, like hypertension, diabetes, heart issues. And this is the time, now that we're in a new season, okay, we just came out of another season. We're in a new season. this is a new season for us to make some changes. Why not say no? Ways so that you can be out in the sunshine and exercise more, or take the kids out, or take yourself out if you're behind a desk or at your computer all day long. Take time to go out and walk. Go roller skating. Go skating. Go, ride a bike. I mean, my husband was home this weekend. He went twice to ride his bike around the neighborhood. He did 8 miles one day, and I think he did 10 or 16 miles the next day. This is the opportunity for us to take the sunshine, which is a great vitamin D for us to keep us whole and healing, to really enjoy it. It's always not about the food. And there's some people I know that I've worked with in the past and are currently working with. Food relationship can be difficult, just like a friend's relationship or a spousal relationship, right? Sometimes our relationship can be, kind of harsh, and attempting to find ways to make food not a kryptonite to you, but instead do it for nutritional value instead of being gluttony about it is not always an easy thing. For some people, it's a fine line that we have to kind of walk, right? So as we learn to create better habits, right? Better habits will definitely produce great results for you. This is something we want to enjoy. We want to have a good time. And that's why I want to lead into today to kind of let you some tips and things to get kicked off this summer. That's why Coach Kim is giving you the opportunity to join her challenge, which is June 8th for 5 days to get your finances together so you could be right as rain, right, Coach Kim? And I'm talking about the summer sizzle sale, which is going to help you eat right, fit, and feel fabulous about yourself as the time is coming. Go ahead, Coach Kim.
Yes, I will just would say that it's the time, whether you need to get financially in shape or whether you need to get physically in shape. The time is now because, when we don't do those things, like again, it falls on other people's plate. And that's really not fair. Yes, I said that. It's not fair. So we need to shape up and it's time. And I was thinking about, how people plan. Well, why don't you plan to go exercise? Once you plan to, and these days they got stuff you can do sit in your chair. And guess what? I feel it. I'm like, oh, okay. This it's really not as hard as you think it is, depending what part of the body you need to really work on. But the first thing you need to work on is your mouth. Hand to the mouth. I used to say, I got hand to the mouth. I had to stop saying it, but you understand I'm saying hand to the mouth because you're putting things in your mouth, and you're gonna get what you get. That's the reality of it. And also plan it. Just plan it. Put it in there. If you need to get up 15 minutes earlier, if you need to take 15 minutes to look at your spending plan for the week, let me just check to make sure I'm on track. Did I forget anything? Do I need to add something? There's things you can do. You have the power. You just need to do it. Be intentional. That's the word I'm going to use. Yeah, for the rest of the day. Be intentional. Okay. All right, Coach T.
Yes, I like that word intentional. Quite often when I had my Facebook group, I would start off the week and say, what is your health intention this week? What exactly are you planning to do? And Coach Kim said that. Plan stuff out. I know we're not in a perfect world where everything goes according to plan, but when you have a plan and you work it, and implement it, oh my gosh, it's totally like, wow, I can actually do this. So we just want to encourage you to really get started. Get started and don't stop. Okay, I can't tell you how many times I've worked with people that from January to like May, they honking it down. They doing the grind. They eating right. They're working out, and all of a sudden when Memorial Week comes, it gives them carte blanche to just put everything in else away and start not taking care of themselves. They figured, oh, I'm on vacation. Oh, I'm hanging out with the kids. Oh, I don't have to take care of myself. That is not true. That is not true. You still have to take care of yourself because things will pop up in our bodies if we do not take care and honor our health, right? We want to respect it. We want to honor it. We want to give it grace. We want to give it peace. We want to give it joy. We want to be honest with ourselves. All those things that I just mentioned. This is no joke. We only get one body. That is it. That is it. So whatever we can do right now is just continue to move forward and praise God that we have the bodies we have and that we can get up each day something more with regard to our health or our finances. So Kim, tell us a little bit about your challenge, girl, so people can hop in on it.
All right. Well, again, that we start on June 8th. This is a 5 day free. Okay. We like free stuff. You know, it's in red. Free challenge. And it's called a financial warm up. And people I say, why? Number one, I'm a runner. So that's how I look at things. We're going to warm up. We're going to see where we need to go and what direction we need to take. Guess what? Why? Because summer survival, right? I want you to be able to survive this summer in your finances, whether it's your electricity bill going up, or you have summer camp, or maybe you just need to make some pivots because you're trying to do a family vacation. That's what we're doing. We're going to get you ready. All right. Survival mode. It's going to be starting on June 8th at 7 p.m. If you want any more information, you could DM me. However, we are going to put the link in the chat. Back over to you, Coach T.
Yes, I have it also here on the Twitter thing. I call it a Twitter thing, but I know it's a red banner that's been going around. The link is right there for you guys to pick it up and join her challenge for 5 days. I also have what I call the sizzling summer sale. You get 3 sessions with me so that we can break it down for you, get those habits in, get you eating well, get you fitting right, and feeling fabulous. Because we want to be really on point for summertime. We want to be able to go out to the beach and hang with the people and run and jump and have all the good things happen to us. So we're going to run it down with 3 sessions with me in that summer sale. Now, I'm going to offer 2 things that I usually do not offer in this summer sale, which is a health assessment. Plus, you get a nutritional assessment, and a lot of us are working with regard to nutrition. So, and those two particular products alone are hundreds of dollars. So with this sale, for 3 sessions with me is only $297. So I would grab it quickly, get your spots because it's only open for June to book your 3 sessions, and I'll give you 60 days in order to use that. So that's the deal with mine. I look forward to getting you on the other side and helping you out to get together for your summertime going on. And Coach Kim is riding high with regard to our financial warm up challenge. You know, you guys can reach us out on YouTube. We're here on Facebook. We're here on LinkedIn. And I believe she's also on Instagram. So definitely don't wait. Don't sit there by the wayside saying, I wish I could. Do not do that. Take the opportunity, make a shift in your life with regard to your health and in regard to your finances, because you're only going to feel better with regard to the steps that you start taking for yourself. So we will see you guys soon and take care. Bye bye now.